Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Taurus energy for the next month, but this is really more than just the next month. This is sort of like the beginning of a new cycle for each sign because the North Node is going into Taurus, so that means that your sun sign and your rising sign is going to experience a different energy. So don't forget to like the video, and I'm an astrologer. I am also an intuitive reader, a tarot reader. My name is Urusha, and I am just really excited to start exploring what's going on in the skies in this reading for you, Taurus. You can follow me on Instagram at astrotherapist. Or also Urusha Jimenez. And yeah, if you're interested in a reading, you can also book with me through Astrotherapist. Okay. So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, especially rising. You are already in the middle of great change, and the change that you are experiencing is a complete paradigm shift. This is a big change, and it has everything to do with you. So, what does that mean? Really, what that means is that you're literally seeing the identity that you have been living out because of unconscious fears and programming and wounds. You're literally seeing the character that you've been playing kind of right before your eyes. And the universe is showing you who you've been, why you've been the way you've been, why you've done the things you've done, why you've said the things you said, why you haven't said the things that you needed to say. And you're beginning to almost see with such a clear, precise vision all of the things within you that you need to adjust, that you want to adjust, and that you're ready to adjust. And in the process of it, you're already transforming. The universe is already helping you do that. So the question here is, who have you been? What character have you been playing? Have you been playing the pushover? Have you been playing the villain? Have you been playing the heroine, the hero? Have you been not choosing a character at all? Well, the character that has been written for you is done. It's gone. And what does that mean? That means that a completely new chapter is starting to be written right now by you, by the universe, and really by fate. Okay, so I just pulled the Emperor card for you. There is a new character in town. There is a new version of yourself that is coming through. And that is somebody with authority. That is somebody with inner authority. That is someone who knows how to hold their own. That is someone who doesn't take the bull. That is somebody who doesn't mess with people who are not in their lane anymore. That is someone who has acquired great strength that never even knew that they could have such strength. That's you right now, Taurus. That's you. You worked very hard to get here, probably without even knowing that you were working so hard to develop this authority, but you are the boss now. You're the boss of you. You're the boss of your life. You're the boss and the authority of this new cycle. No more letting people walk all over you. And if you walked all over people, then you have to change that. The character that you've been playing, the version of you that you've been living out, that's not who you are anymore, Taurus. So you got to get that straight. You got to kind of let that sink in. It's kind of like cognitive dissonance. You know, you kind of still think that you're this way, but you're not really this way. It's kind of like when someone loses a lot of weight, right? They still, in their mind, they still think that they're like heavy, but they're not. They're thin now. So they kind of have to get used to this new character. So you are at a whole new level of understanding energy and inspiration and the way that God and the universe and synchronicities speak to you. You are at a whole new level with your own energetic frequency. It's almost like you're literally like waking up in the morning like a new person. Like you have new eyes. You can see things you didn't see before. You can understand things you didn't understand before. And the wands are fire, their inspiration, their movement, their spirituality. They're also sexual energy. So it's also like being in touch with that creative sexual energy within yourself. It's like starting to feel alive again. So yes, you have this card of authority, but with the Page of Wands, it's like you're taking your authority to a whole new level because suddenly there's an excitement in your life that's entering that you've never felt before. And it's not coming from somebody else. It's coming from you, Taurus. It's coming from you. You're ready. You're ready to charge forward. You're ready to charge forward. And this time when you charge forward, anybody that wants to get in your way, anybody that wants to waste your time, anybody that doesn't want to understand what value you bring to the table, you don't have any patience for that. You're done. You're ready to charge forth. You're ready to persevere. What's fueling you on some level is anger, and that's okay. That's okay. You have a reason to be angry. You have things to be angry about, and that's what's made you realize that it's time to jump in and experience a deeper level of authority. You're the emperor. You know, it's like the prince doesn't become the king overnight, and the prince doesn't learn how to rule by not going through any challenges. You've gone through a lot of challenges and you're ready to rule. The Nine of Wands. You've been through battle. You're a little on guard still. Kind of like, okay, what's going to happen next? Okay. That's okay. You've kind of been through this erratic energy, Taurus, and you've been like thrown on the ground, picked up on the ground. You think everything's fine, then you fall off the ground again. You've kind of been in this energy of lightning bolt energy, and that makes sense because Uranus, the planet of earthquake energy and lightning energy and change, has been running through your sign. So nothing has felt quite stable. So there's a part of you that's like, okay, what's next? What's next? Your coin is next. Your money is next. Taurus, it's time to focus on your worth and your value and what you bring to the table, but it's also time to focus on your money and your finances because your money is directly connected to all of this. This is a time where you can really increase your money and work on your craft. But it's not only that, you have something wonderful to give. You have so much value that you bring to the table, Taurus. You have so much insight, you have beauty, you have strength, you have stability, you carry the vibration of the Empress, of Venus. You have so much to give. And the universe wants to reward you for that. But in order to be rewarded for it, you can't give away your gifts without being appreciated. Six of Swords. It's been hard. There have been things and people that have disappointed you. There have been relationships that you've had to move away from. But you're moving away. You are moving away from the stormy waters. You're moving away. You're leaving. You're leaving it behind. Don't be afraid to ask people for help. Don't be afraid to ask the people that you trust to help you on this journey. You're embarking on a new journey where you're literally moving away from everything that you've been and you've known and anything really that's kept you stuck. Victory, success, and recognition. That's where you're headed, Taurus. Like, that is where you're headed. That's already something that you may even be experiencing right now, is recognition and victory and success. And you deserve it. But you have to be firm about it. You can't apologize for it. Don't apologize for it, because there's going to be people that are going to be jealous. There's going to be people that never saw you at this level. They're going to be like, what? You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. In fact, Taurus, I wouldn't. I would move in silence. Make your moves in silence, Taurus. Because there is a completely new cycle that you are now entering. It's not a new cycle that you're going to enter. It's not a new cycle that's coming. It's here. Do you understand that? It's here. The Fool is also representative of, it's connected to the planet Uranus. And Uranus is going through your sign, Taurus. You are entering a completely new beginning, while at the same time you're leaving something old behind. You're leaving a lot behind, but you don't have to be angry about it anymore, Taurus. You can't take that anger with you. You gotta let it go. It's not easy to let things go when you're a Taurus, I know. But that's the only way you're going to experience this. You're ready to jump. You've already jumped. It's not even like you're ready. You're already jumping off that cliff. And that's what the eclipse in your sign that just happened, I believe it was on the 19th. So a few days ago, that's what the eclipse in your sign is all about. And it's still going to be affecting you. It's a 6 to 8 month effect. And it's in your sign. Powerful. Very powerful. It was a lunar eclipse, which was actually conjunct Algol at 26 degrees. So if you're a Taurus with anything close to that degree, you'll feel it. But all Taurus placements, personal Taurus placements are feeling this. Rising sun, moon, you're going to be feeling this. And Algol is a demon star. It is about like the severing of Medusa severing the head. But that is what's happening in a way. It's like there is the severing of certain relationships. There is the severing of certain roles that you've played. There is the severing of old versions of yourself that you are no longer carrying with you. There has to also be the severing of anger. Get it out, cry, scream, and then let it go, because it's not coming with you. Okay. The Knight of Cups. This is how your soul and your higher self and like the greatest version of you wants you to move through this. Not this way. See? See? The Knight of Cups moves through his heart. The Knight of Cups checks in and moves through his heart and uses his intuition to guide him and is connected to his emotions and love and source and moves with grace. The Knight of Cups is fluid like the water. He's not holding on anymore to the anger and the hurt. It's just not doing it. And then I pulled the Page of Cups for you. And the Page of Cups is all about, just like the Knight of Cups is emotions, it's water, it's intuition, it's creativity. It's getting in touch with that artistic element of who you are, that pure part of Taurus that can move slowly through nature and be awakened by the colors of the flowers and the trees, and can, put their feet on the grass and feel the dew under their toes and just take in the air and suddenly understand all the messages and all the knowing of what their next step is. That's how you're being asked to move. You're being asked to move very much in presence. Not easy, but it's the best way for you to be happy. The Six of Cups. What about the Six of Cups? What's the message here that Taurus needs? There's some sort of thing about the past and looking back at certain experiences or relationships or moments in your life that have an element of nostalgia or longing or kind of fantasizing. You fantasize about it, you think about it, you have memories that come back. And this could be from someone that you were very close with. It could be a romantic partner, it could be work, it could be a friend. But there's still sort of this fantasy there or this confusion about what that was. And that kind of haunts you. It's like this person, it's like you don't really understand or know who this person was, but you definitely know that you had a very deep connection with this person or this situation. And so what does that have to do with Taurus's path now? Another king, the Emperor. The King of Wands is like the Steve Jobs card, okay? The King of Wands is all about action and fire, inspiration. I say Steve Jobs because Steve Jobs was someone who was just like always doing things and always moving forward and always taking action to do the next step. King of Wands is a card of movement. It's a card of fire and inspiration. And this energy is very much being activated for you right now. And this person that is connected with the Six of Cups and that longing and that nostalgia, this person could have had a connection to this energy that you really loved. I feel like the King of Wands is an energy that you're tapping into, but I feel like this King of Wands is also part of this dynamic from the past. This person had that kind of energy. Could have been an Aries, a Sagittarius, a Leo, or it just could have been someone with that fiery spirit. I don't always like to say signs because it might not be that sign, but something about this person still holds you back. And it could be a male or a female. It doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter here. It's the energy of the King of Wands. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so this is also someone that you had an emotional connection with. The King of Cups is coming up. This is someone who you had an emotional connection with, but also was kind of fiery and fun and adventurous and a go-getter, but someone also that you had a deep emotional connection with, and they're coming up in the reading. I don't know why exactly, but I do know that it's linked to your memories of them. And something about the way that ended, just, it left you confused. And part of that is why you keep thinking about it, or why it comes back. It haunts you. It haunts you. You're getting a lot of knights and a lot of kings. This is also someone, Knight of Wands, this is also someone who you were intimately involved with. Let's just put it that way. Because the Knight of Wands, that would definitely show me. So this to me is a past lover who you had a connection with and comes back to your mind, Taurus. Could be coming back in, but maybe not, maybe not. The point is that you're not here to be waiting for this person to return. That actually, you need to let go of that. You need to let go of that if that's what you're doing. That's not going to work for you. It's not about holding on to people in this cycle. It really isn't. The right people will come, Taurus. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is all about patience. It's all about working hard and focusing on your craft and your goals and your money. That's right, Taurus. You are the sign that rules money. It is time to think about ways that you can make money for yourself and increase your income and work hard at it and be patient. Because let me tell you something, Taurus. When you start doing this and you have Uranus transiting your 10th house. You have Uranus transiting your 10th house. That's your career, okay? And you have Saturn and Uranus, and Saturn is transiting your 10th house. So Saturn's going to be there for 3 years. This is about your career. This is about your money. This is about working hard and focusing on you. It's about you. North Node in Taurus is about you. It's about your first house. It's your identity. It's who you are. It's your ego. And focusing on your money and focusing on the work that you need to do is super important. And the universe in this reading is saying you have to work hard and you have to have patience. Because let me tell you something. You will be so rewarded if you work hard at it. You will be so rewarded. Collaborations, working with other people, collaborations, Three of Pentacles, once again. You're going to be collaborating with people, working with other people, getting opportunities with business, with career, with work, and it's going to be money. See that? Collaboration. Now, I also pulled the Three of Swords card, so that's heartbreak card. So what is that about? Let me pull one more card here about this to kind of complete this reading for Taurus. All right, Taurus, this is the perfect way to end this reading. The Three of Pentacles is about heartbreak. It is about the initial heartbreak that we have, the initial wound, the initial disappointment, the initial letdown, the experience of that. That's the first sword. Then the second sword is how we punish ourselves, how we make ourselves not feel good enough because of an experience, because of a rejection. And then the third sword is when we put ourselves in a similar situation again because we didn't learn. So we don't just get our heart broken once. We don't just get our heart broken twice. We get our heart broken more than 2 times and 3 times and maybe more than 3 times. So this Three of Swords is all about the heartbreak and the pain and the hardship that you have had to deal with. Okay? And you're being asked right now to make amends with that, to grieve it, to cry, to heal it. But you're being asked to let go of it now because you're entering a new cycle. This new cycle is saying it is time to let go of those heartbreaks, of that version of yourself that still maybe sees itself as not good enough or still sees itself as a victim. You're not a victim, Taurus, at all. And then right after I pulled this card, I pulled the Star card for you. Okay? The Star card is all about healing. It's all about healing and coming together and integrating. What's happening right now, Taurus, is you're moving into the chapter where you are the star, where you are healed, where you are resurrected from that pain, where you let go of that pain, where you connect with the universe. It's ruled by Aquarius, Uranus, which is your wishes and your hopes and your dreams. You are in the cycle of the star now. This chapter is called Your Turn. In order to really experience the star energy, which is, yes, the healing of the nervous system, because that is what the star energy is, the healing of the mind, the healing of the body, the healing of your heart, in order to really experience that, Taurus, this is about allowing yourself to connect and channel the messages that are constantly being given to you. And you will find that in nature. You will find that when you're present. You will find that when you slow down. And you will find that when you surrender to something higher than you. And you trust. And you will find that when you walk into a new era. But the way that you do that is by letting go of all that pain. And you're healing. You're in a new cycle of healing, but you're not in a new cycle of healing where you can't even get up. You're in a new cycle of healing where you have so much strength as the emperor. And that's why you're the emperor now, Taurus. That's who you're becoming as I say this. That's who you're waking up to. There you go. The Eight of Cups, as you can see, is the eclipse. This eclipse in Taurus is basically, that we just had, is basically you're walking away from a chapter. You're walking away from a story that has been being written for years and years and years. That book is finished. You're walking away from it. You figured it all out. You understand who is who. You understand who can't come with you. You understand your emotions. Yes, there's a little bit of a heavy heart, but you have the eclipse here, the eclipse, to guide you. This eclipse is an ending and a beginning, Taurus. The Eight of Cups is the sign. 8 is the number of transformation. So with the Eight of Cups, Taurus, you walk in one way and you leave another way. A cycle has ended. And you're literally in the new cycle as I speak. So again, if you're interested in booking with me, a reading, an astrology reading, you can contact me at Astrotherapist, or you can also contact me at sistersofeastwick.com is my email. And yes, have an amazing evening.